you look in the mirror and it's not you looking back.
I lost my partner, and that's hard.
And it's just unfair for someone to have to go through that.
I need a roll-in shower, a first floor apartment, or something like that.
I cried every day. I stopped wearing makeup because I cried every day. You know, just all the dreams and hopes that you had for your child. You've got to rewrite those to a certain extent.
She's kind of been my rock through this all. Some of my goals are to be able to drive one day again.
I remember going downstairs and crying to my mom and just breaking down just because there was times where I would just know that he's never gonna be where I'm at.
The brain, composed of 100 billion neurons, 500 trillion synapses operating at 300 miles per hour speed. It's still the most complex computer on the planet, and by far the most complex organ in the human body. When it fails to function properly, the person within is trapped, unable to share their experience in the world. Over the years, scientists and doctors have learned much of the mystery we take for granted hidden within our skull. However, there is still so much left to understand. When something goes wrong, it is still largely impossible to exactly diagnose the final outcome. The type, location, and severity of the injury, coupled with how the individual's body responds to trauma, everything makes a difference, and much of it is still invisible to diagnosis. Vehicle accidents are often believed to be the most common cause of traumatic brain injuries. Surprisingly, vehicle accidents account for only 13.2% of brain injury patients. Almost 50% is simply from falling, at 2.9 million occurring annually, and 5.3 million living with a TBI nationwide. Traumatic brain injuries are part of life in the modern world. National and state support by government is still limited, and the average American goes about their day unaware of the pain suffered by so many fellow Americans.
I had to relearn how to hold a pencil. I had to relearn how to walk in physical therapy, how to read. You don't see it as a success. You just know you've got to do it.
I don't have a typical day. The days that my brain is functioning, I'll do things to help around the house, things like that. You know, be more supportive, stuff like that, like a normal person would be like. But a lot of times that then wastes me for the following day.
We are part of the community. We just need to find little help. I would like to know what will be out there to help Albert start walking again.
It just seems like there's not a lot out there, or I can't find it easily. And so I don't know what I'm missing because I don't know what's out there.
Many traumatic brain injury survivors end up on the streets because their family doesn't know how to deal with it. And it is a lot to handle. You have to be an advocate for your loved one, which I was not prepared for. It's okay to ask for help. You can't do it yourself. You just can't. You've got to have time to rest and time to reevaluate what your life is going to look like.
There are so many things that are needed for traumatic brain injury clients. I think more activities to be involved in would be good.
I think that we're moving in a good direction. Not to say that I don't struggle and I have, times where I do fall backwards.
We can still do things together as a team. It just takes on a new look and feel. It's not the old team that we had, it's a new team.
We were a lot closer, I believe. Before his surgery, I feel like we were a lot closer as a family. We're still not as close as I'd like to be. I would love to mend it, I don't know how. What I would say to someone who has a sibling with a brain injury, just be there for them, get close to them, be their friend.
I It's not a death sentence. It's not the end of your relationship. It's not the end of your partnership. It's not the end of your family. It's just a pivot. It's a change.
Celebrate what you do have. So that new normal, the new goals and dreams that you have for him.
Living day by day, making sure each day is a new challenge and conquering it.
I've been through so much and I've been able to overcome what I've been through.
It does get better, and just keep working at it. I'm looking for the new normal, to be content and happy with, the new me. It's gonna take time. It's not, the brain is a funny thing. Everybody's different too. What took me 3 years may take you 2 years or 5 years.
This is only the beginning of the stories begging to be told to bring awareness to traumatic brain injuries. Are you a survivor? Do you love someone with a brain injury? Are you a caretaker or medical provider? All your stories need to be heard. Please join us. Share your story in the comments below. We want to hear from you. The world needs to hear from you. You're not alone.